John, you've had an eventful, I guess, period since the end of the season, going into the transfer portal and then electing to come back. Can you walk us through what that process was like for you and going into the portal and maybe seeing what your options were and then electing to come back?
So at the end of the year, at the end of each year, we get a individual meeting with coach, just to kind of give an evaluation of the season, whatever we can work on. So whenever I got in the meeting, he kind of laid out kind of the future for us as a team, who we have bringing in, who we have returning, all that stuff. Obviously, Darius is coming back. So he recommended, looking at other options because we've got so much talent. Obviously, it's tough because this is a business. So after that meeting, I started looking at other options. I got in contact with a couple of schools, not a ton. There's also a dead period after May 1st, so you have to sit out after transferring after May 1st for a year. So then I kept working out, I stayed around the team. Like, obviously I'm not just going to disconnect from them. It's my family. So for me, I was working out one day and coach came back and offered a spot to come back. Obviously I had no desire to leave this school, just because I've built so many relationships, everything like that. So since then, I took that offer from coach and just kind of ran with it. So
Was it an easy decision for you?
to come back,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely, yeah. Like I said, I had no desire to leave this school, all that I have here. So as soon as he offered for me to come back, gave me like 2 days, and I said yes. So
And he's preached that, if you're patient, you wait for your opportunity, you work hard, you'll be rewarded with minutes. Has that been your mindset, with especially at the position that you're playing at the wing with so much talent there?
absolutely. I've always been taught from my parents and the people around me that I should always be process oriented, to never look at the now but look in the future. So for me, like, I'm just going to keep stacking days, keep working on my game, helping the team however I can, and just wait for whenever my time is, whenever that is.
Did you talk to any family members when you were maybe looking at other options, and what was their message to you?
I talked to both my parents and my brother. Those are the closest people around me. And for me, like, their biggest thing was whatever decision I make, they're with it, like 100%, 10 toes behind me. So they gave their input on snapping in. You have to keep working, like wherever I go, wherever I end up, just wherever it is, just keep working and they'll be 100% whatever I do. So
What's your mindset been like, since all this has transpired? Because, I'm sure it can be easy, when you kind of had a coach say it might be best to look for other options, and then you're coming back a few weeks later. It could be easy to, want to check out or be resentful. What has it been like these last few months as you've kind of reacclimated? I guess you never really checked out, but kind of, got back in the mindset of I'm with this team for another year at least?
for me, that was probably the roughest 3-4 weeks of my life. Just the anxiousness of not knowing what was next. So I actually talked to my brother and my trainer back home and said, I think that was kind of an eye-opener of, I lost basically everything and I have to gain everything back. Like, I had to lose everything to realize that what I had here was real. So for me, like, that was an eye-opener of the fact that I can't get caught up in the fact that, I don't know, I didn't know if I was going to be here. I didn't know if I was going to get playing time, whatever. I can't get caught up in that, and I just need to keep, keep stacking days and just, make something change, So
So that was an eye-opener. Was there something in your first 2 years that you maybe look back and say, I need to do this better or find a way to make more of an impact?
For me, obviously I shoot the ball. My freshman year I was shooting really well. I was playing really well. Got sick. I was out for 2 months. So that kind of set me back a little bit. And then at that point, the team was already rolling, so I kind of had to just wait my turn. And then obviously we brought in Brody, Joseph. They're extremely talented. So there's nothing guaranteed. So obviously you have to keep working. And I think they were performing a little bit better at the time. So, I mean, like I said, it's a business and it's going to happen. So I think for me, I never really stopped working over the season, even though I wasn't really playing. I never stopped working out. I never stopped lifting, stuff like that, just to wait for my turn.
What's the element of your game that's improved the most as you look to make an impact on this team this upcoming year?
I think it's overall maturity in multiple areas. For me, my mindset of shooting the ball, we don't count misses, we count makes. That's been a big thing for me. And obviously we're a defensive-minded team, so you have to understand you're going to make mistakes. And for me, my first 2 years, anytime I'd really make a mistake, it was kind of, I'd get jammed up a little bit. I think for me, not really the physical side of anything, it's more the mental side of just being able to go to the next play and stuff like that. So.
What is it about Liberty that made you want to come back? Especially this day and age, I mean, you have over 1,000 kids transfer every year. A lot of them looking for playing time opportunities. Could have been easy for you to say, thanks, coach, but I'm going to move on and go somewhere where maybe playing time is more assured, if you will.
Right.
What is it about Liberty that made you want to give it another go?
I've never been around a team or a group that's this family-oriented. Like I said, I didn't want to leave whenever I was in the portal. I had no desire to leave. So for me, it's not just on the court, it's off the court. I have so many relationships that I've built here that are going to last me the rest of my life. I've had a few mentors here that really have kind of rooted me here a little bit. So I think the family environment, which is why I even came here in the first place my freshman year, I knew this place was different. I knew this place was special. So obviously the family environment for sure.